Hi creative friends, this is Freya and thank you so much for being here. So I allowed this to completely dry and I am really so excited about this. Like I am drawn to it in the sense of I'm thinking of all these ways that I can add to the lighter parts of the spread. And I'm thinking Posca markers, maybe using a little bit of journaling, but you know, this just pulls me in. It's simple, there's nothing over the top about it, but I'm really digging it. So before I dive into this, I just wanted to show you guys some of these backgrounds that I just found them, and these are from a long time ago. I want to say 12, 14 years ago. Like, I don't even know how long ago. And I think a lot of this is on Bristol paper, but some of it might be watercolor paper, some of it might be drawing paper. I might have been taking a class and doing an exercise. I don't really remember because it's from such a long time ago, but I just found these and I am so over the moon because I am going to now use these backgrounds to, I don't know, I could cut them up and turn them into collage. I could paint over top of them. I could turn them into book covers. I mean, I am just over the moon about this. And I just wanted to say that, you know, when we are making these backgrounds, it is absolutely not a waste of art supplies or your time and your energy. It actually fuels you, it teaches you, and I mean, this is how we learn, and it's just so meditative. Anyways, I'm just gonna try not to talk so much and I'm just gonna show you some of these. And like I said, a lot of these were experiments, I think. You know, like this is unremarkable. I don't even like anything on here particularly. I do like that pop of pink, but anyways. And this over here, I think I was trying a technique where I'm actually scratching, because I don't know if the camera's picking up on it, but all these white marks, they're actually like scratches and it's revealing what's underneath, which is a lighter blue. So I think I painted a lighter blue and then a darker blue over top of it, and then I was scratching stuff out. Yeah, but you know, I can totally reuse these pieces. And this has a lot of collage on it. And look at this luscious ink over here. Oh my goodness. I don't know what I was doing, but I really love it. Now this has some of my Tamil script on it, so I am absolutely going to cut this out and use this in my Healing Ancestral Trauma art journal. But yeah, I completely forgot about it. I don't even remember doing these. And the great thing is, like, even though my visual language has changed, there are still parts of it that I can look at it and say, hey, I really like this, or, you know, this appeals to me. So, you know, as we move along our art journey, there are going to be parts of our visual language that are going to fall away. There are going to be parts that, you know, we modify, but there's also going to be things that remain the same. And yeah, like I am just so happy. Like, I love these numbers here. I'm gonna cut them out and use them. And I love this peachy color here, and I love all these marks here. I mean, I'm just so over the moon about this, you guys. And this is like from when my daughter was like really, really young. So I'm thinking like, God, I don't even know how old those are. But anyways, I just wanted to share that with you guys. And in my last video, I talked about why having less art supplies fuels your creativity. And today I'm going to be talking, while I work, I'm going to be talking about why having new art supplies can also spark your creativity. Now, I want to make the distinction between having new art supplies and having too many art supplies. Having too many art supplies is, in my opinion, and I started thinking about this from Dr. Clarissa Pinkola Estes. She has talked about this, where when we have too many art supplies, and I don't think she talks specifically about art supplies, but she was relating it to creativity. When we have too much of something, it can clog up the river, as she says. And I totally agree with that in my experience, because when we have too many art supplies, it just is not conducive to creativity. But there is a difference between having new art supplies and having too many art supplies. So I hope I'm making myself clear with that. So anyways, I'm just going to get out my Posca markers, and I am just going to make some random designs here. And I'm just going to talk about why having new art supplies can fuel our creativity. So the most obvious thing is when we get new tools, it can spark new ideas, like obviously, because, you know, I may not think to do something like, I'm just going to use this as an example. If I don't have any charcoal in my studio, I'm not going to think, you know, oh, well, I could mix charcoal with acrylic paint, and I could make some really interesting paintings, backgrounds, drawings. They can be really, you know, soulful, and just, you know, I'm not going to think that way because I don't have it in my studio. The second thing is new tools can motivate you. So just say you're like, oh, you know, oh my God, like I don't know, I'm in a creative rut or whatever. But if you have new art supplies, like just say you have 3 new art supplies, it's going to motivate you to get in the studio and be like, oh my God, like I want to try this out. I want to see what it can do, blah, blah, blah. So it can just motivate you to paint, and anything that can get you to paint is a good thing. Okay, so another one is new art supplies means you have new outcomes, because different materials means that you're going to be painting differently. You know, another thing is you can expand your skill set. So just say, getting back to the charcoal, so just say that I don't know, I don't have any charcoal. Well, I'm not going to know how to use it. Whereas if you have new art supplies, you're going to learn how to use, you know, say charcoal, for instance. So it's going to expand your skill set. And then, you know, you can start thinking outside the box, and you can say, well, you know, I'm going to combine my charcoal with ink. I'm going to combine, you know, the charcoal, you know, I'm going to look at values in a certain way. I'm going to combine it with the darkest value with the lightest value. And if you have too many art supplies, that could deter you from, you know, pushing that one art supply, charcoal, pushing it and pushing it and pushing it, and say, okay, well, I'm gonna, you know, combine the charcoal in this way and that way. But if you have like 100 art supplies, you're less likely to do that. Another thing is it could boost your confidence and excitement, and it can encourage playfulness. Because, you know, you're just like, oh, let me see what this can do, and you don't really know how to use it yet, so you're more likely to play. Another thing is, just say you get all these new colors. Well, it can inspire new color palettes. You can be like, well, I never really knew I would like these 2 colors together. You know, I've never tried this color out before. So it can just bring so much freshness to your creativity, and it can strengthen your visual language. Because, like I said, you know, just say you didn't have these colors, so you didn't know that you like them. So I think that new art supplies can absolutely fuel your creativity, but just not too many art supplies. That's going to be a hindrance. Now, I don't know if I want to add some writing. I thought I did, but I'm kind of just holding off on that right now. But what I do want to do is, I do have some of these inks here, and I want to just kind of see what it's going to do. So I'm just going to put a little bit. I don't want to overpower things. And let me see here. I do tend to have a heavy hand, you guys, so I always have to temper my use of paints and colors, etc. Ooh, now I am really loving this. I mean, red is just, it's my color, you guys. As much as I love the neutrals, and I always come back to my reds. Ooh, like, look at this juiciness here. Now I just want to temper it. Like I said, I don't want to overpower anything. So I'm also a huge believer, you guys, in start where you are, use what you have. And I've talked about this many times. I found these inks in my studio. And so I just decided, hey, I'm going to use them for whatever, my 100-day project, etc. But, you know, I would just say that if you look in your studio and around your house, you are going to find a ton of art supplies, found papers, etc., that you can use. And then you can combine, like, you know, very sophisticated, expensive art supplies with, say, a brown paper bag. I love doing that. That alone is just so exciting and interesting, the juxtaposition. And you can create like so many just beautiful, delicious pieces of art. Oh, I love this, you guys. Like mixing this chalk paint with this red over here is just, ooh, like look at that. Oh my goodness. Okay. And I think I'm just gonna kind of bring a little bit of that into here. So yeah, you guys, you know, it can seem like it's a waste of time, especially if you're short on it. And also art supplies. Like if you spend a lot of money on art supplies, it seems like a waste of time to say make all of these backgrounds here, because I mean, you are using your art supplies. But honestly, you guys, I just find that especially with mixed media, you can paint over top of it. So it's not like anything goes to waste. And I just learned so much from working, just making backgrounds. I have like so many backgrounds. And I know I've made videos before where I've shown some of my backgrounds. Yeah, I never think it's a waste of time or your art supplies or whatever. Okay. And now I think I am really digging it, and I think it's a good background for me to like work over top of it, you know? So anyways, you guys, if you've watched all the way to the end, thank you so much. And I hope that this has been inspiring, and I hope that this has given you new food for thought about working on backgrounds. They are not a waste of your time, your resources. They can help you strengthen your visual language. They help you, you learn without even knowing that you're learning. There's just so many great reasons to make backgrounds. And now I don't know if I want to go back to that portrait, like the portrait I was kind of stuck on. I don't know if I want to go back, but now I can look at that portrait and not be so frustrated. And that is a win for me. Anyways, you guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.